Okay. I want to make a part two video to this video that's in my YouTube. I'm looking at the screen. I'm looking at the camera. I feel like I'm looking up. I don't know. But if you look at this other video, it says I was like walking my dog and I was talking about like plans I got for life and stuff like that. And that video was made. I think that video was made about 2 years ago. And a recap of that. So, have I been moving towards the things that I wanted to move towards in that video? Somewhat, in a sense. I was going to speak on the fact of how easy it is to get pulled into, let me say, the currents of life. Like, imagine like it's a river. Like, you could just be coasting through instead of actually controlling how you move through it. And that's what I've been doing recently. You know, I've been caught up in my circumstances. You know, at first, I was making intentional moves, to what I ultimately want. But, life happens, things happen. One day you feel so motivated and ready to take on the whole world, and the next day it's like, man, I'm just trying to just relax. Man. Like, I'm not, like, fuck the world, bro. I'm trying to just chill, watch this video, watch this movie and relax, because I'm not trying to deal with all this shit that's going on around me and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And, what I learned about that, or what I've noticed, ever since I started to notice, what I've been noticing is, it's this thing, like, say it's motivation or, drive to do something and to pursue something. It's like up and down. It's an up and down type of thing. I feel like the best way to maintain something that's constant, like a constant this, I don't know how else to explain it, but you know what I'm saying? So this isn't as dramatic. Try to make it just, you know what I'm saying? So it's like something's easy. I'm realizing it's practice. And, you need the repetition. Sometimes you got to go through the same things 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. And some people are better than others at noticing these things and, making adjustments to that. So far, while I've been going through it, I'm starting to basically apply the things that, I've acquired, the tips, the tricks, the just knowledge, the awareness of myself that I've gained that's greater than before. I'm applying these things in these situations that I've already been through. I'm applying it to the cycle, basically. And in that, I'm creating new cycles. I'm creating new ones and leaving old ones. But for me, I feel like just as something I need to work on. Me as a person, I'm kind of, stubborn. And I'm stubborn. Kind of gullible at times. I wouldn't say gullible. I'm just hopeful, I'm hopeful that, people are the best that they can be the best versions of themselves, or that people can change and basically just be better or do better. But through that, I've learned, who am I to say what is better for somebody else that's aside from me. So that's one thing that I realized in these cycles, that I can't really focus on stuff like that. More so, okay, at this point I'm kind of just talking. What's the point? What's the main point what I'm trying to say? Okay, I got it. Basically, yeah. I'm saying me as a person, I could be stubborn. So I need to go through these things multiple times until something is bad, you know what I'm saying? Until something kind of semi-drastic happens. It was like, okay, yeah, no matter what, nah, no more. I'm not doing it no more, because shit got pushed too far to a limit. For some reason, I gotta get that shit gotta get pushed to a limit for me to like really effectively change. So that's something I'm trying to work on. So like, not letting things get so drastic to the point of, okay, now I'm gonna change. I should be able to notice the signs, but I do notice the signs, but I need to attack that right then and there instead of just trying to let it play out to see how far it could go. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just self-destructive. Like I said, part of that is like, just me believing that I got control over certain things that really I don't, and I can't subscribe to that belief that I can. Well, some things I can, but other things I have to learn to leave alone for it to change and cultivate on its own without any influence of me. But back to what I'm saying about part 2 to the video. Yeah, so I haven't been able to. It's interesting to discuss and think about. Like you seeing me think in real time about what I'm about to say. I'm about to say something and I'm like changing my mind. I was gonna say like I haven't been following up with those things that I've said in my last video, but at the same time, it's like here I am right now reflecting on it, and to me, I feel like that is work. That is part of it, But I'm not trying to. I hope I'm not just giving excuses for myself. That's literally. I guess what I'm trying to say is I wanted to be way more intentional. Like I had just seeing that first video. If you don't know what video I'm talking about, I posted it. It's in my library. You're gonna see. I'm walking my dog. Rewatching that from where I'm at right now, it makes me feel like, yeah, dang, you were so hopeful. You were so this and that, determined to, you had such a vision on how you see your life, and you talk in such a way of confidence on how you believe you're going to move forward from now on. And that made me realize you don't know how life gonna hit you. You don't know what the fuck to expect. It's not, everything is easier said than actually done. There's a lot of things that play into it. There's a lot of distractions that can sway you off of a path that you thought you was once on. A lot of obstacles, things to slow you down, things that literally will redirect you in a whole different path. And it could be such a drastic change overnight. Literally the next day, you were so sure about this. Next day, damn, I'm doing this. I thought I said I'll never do this. Here I am in the aftermath of me doing that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But what I'm noticing about this as I'm going through this after rewatching that is I'm much more aware. It's like, and that's because I'm allowing myself to experience certain things with a new perspective that I have. But sometimes I question that because it's like I feel like I just shouldn't even be repeating certain things. It's like I know better, but I'm choosing not to do better, And like I said, that comes from external things beside me that I'm allowing to affect me. I'm allowing it, and I can say that I have not given it my all. I haven't given it my best effort, my best foot forward. I've coasted. But as I'm here right now making this video, it's me holding myself accountable for what I've been through since I've made that last video. And I guess I'm just sharing it. I'm just giving a part 2 to that. I'm gonna try to keep making parts of this. I want this journey of whatever I'm trying to do ultimately. Isn't that crazy? Like before in the last video, I was so sure of what I wanted to do. Now I'm all like, whatever it ends up being. But I want this, documented for me to reflect on. This helps me reflect and continue what I initially had in mind for myself. It's a good way to track it. And like I said, I hope the part 3 to this won't be another 2 years from now. Hopefully, this go around in this cycle that I'm in, I'm much more consistent and intentional with everything that I do. And it's like if anybody else is going through some type of process to change themselves, I say always give yourself grace. Don't be too hard on yourself. Everybody can understand. Things can be hard. Shit can be difficult. You know what I'm saying? Shit can be hard, bro. Especially if you want more for yourself and you strive for it and you face many things on the way and trying to achieve it. Like, stay vigilant, man. Like, everybody, we all kind of in this together. Never think that you alone. You just someone else. A lot of people want better for themselves. Not everybody got people to hold them accountable. To make sure they're on a good, steady pace and achieving those things they said they once wanted to. You got to be that for yourself in some shape, way, or form. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is something that I'm speaking from a place of things that I want to improve on. These are things that I need to improve on. It's like I'm just talking to myself really on, I guess, my flaws, things that I feel that I'm lacking in. But yeah, revisit yourself. Don't neglect yourself. What I mean by that is like, I don't know, but like, I guess for me personally, literally have like a dialogue, a discussion with yourself on certain things. It could be about anything. Just talk about anything. Perspective. Even though you initially have a perspective in the moment of whatever you're talking about, but even later on, pondering on that thought that you had earlier, or idea, or some whatever experience you went through. Revisit certain things, because there's new seconds, new minutes, hours, new days going on, where you could feel and see things in a whole different light. Doing that consistently, just I feel like would give an individual a better scope on themselves and their environment, and give them a clear path on how to move forward, to get to where you actually want to be. Yeah. So that's where I'm at right now, pretty much. Still my same situation, kinda. I mean, it what's crazy is after that video I made, things in that time were good. Things were moving in that direction. That's why I felt so confident in what I was saying, what I was doing. That's why I felt so motivated, because I felt like, things was actually kind of picking up. And I feel that when things are picking up, and I feel that when things are not. When I feel motivated when things, are stagnant. Right now, this is a stagnant version of it, of this motivation, this drive, of this energy, wanting to do stuff like this. But I appreciate both, because I feel like I'm still progressing. I feel like I'm still moving forward. I'm happy and grateful that I'm doing this right now than not ever doing it, That's why that's what I mean by like giving yourself grace to things. I'm always grateful that I'm able to come back and visit this. That's one thing I really appreciate too. It's like once you start, it's not ever gonna. I don't think it's ever gonna end. It's gonna be with you for the rest of your life. I mean, I hope for that. It could be a long time. It could be a short time. My main goal is to make those blocks of times of realization shorter. Than better than long periods of time. But yeah, that's like one of the conclusions I'm coming to now. Is I'm tired. I don't want to waste any more time. I know what I could do. I know what resources I have to get myself out of it. It's just those options I neglected them. I wanted the options to be different. To get in that way. But sometimes just play with the cards that you dealt with, and move. Actually, just, what I'm saying, actually progress. Don't just sit and try to make something work that's not working. I mean, unless you really want to spend the time doing it. Me, I'm tired of wasting time. I feel like I need to make moves right now, and sacrifice that time to get the same result. And now I'm thinking, it's probably not going to be as bad as I think it is. I feel like, it's just another way, another route. Everybody's path is different. I thought, and it's okay, if you thinking it's one way when really it's gonna be this way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and this is all powered by awareness, being aware of yourself and the situations you find yourself in. Pay attention to it, how you got to it, how you could have moved differently, where you at right now, how could you get out of it, you know what I'm saying, how you could pivot, move in whatever different direction. Just pay attention. That's it. Don't be on autopilot.